JM Race Engines is a new business in north central Missouri that have you covered from top to bottom for all your engine needs. Purpose-built engines with the correct amount of clearance will get you to the end of any show, whether it's your local shows or on the national level, where you can't be let down by your equipment. With top-level professional machine work to all engines, your choice of build is totally up to you. JM Race Engines will give you the confidence to push your equipment to the max while giving you your preferred horsepower to boot. From LS builds all the way to your exotic level small blocks that your imagination can only dream of, they have you covered.
But it doesn't stop there. They are also a speed shop that carries a variety of heads, carburetors, intakes, plug wires, helmets, and other safety equipment, and the best VP fuel on the market today to take you to the top. So if you're wanting mild build to wild build, let JM Race Engines help take you there. Ladies and gentlemen, Hard Nosed Derby Podcasts, No Apocalypse 2025.
Why couldn't I just went ahead and did that shit in 2024?
Hell of a way to kick off the year.
I got more snow than you did.
You did.
I mean, you wouldn't think 12 miles down the road would do it, but it did it.
Yeah. What a fucking deal.
Dudes, we got some shit to talk about. We're going to go kind of back to old school a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, we'd always try to hit some driver's lists and stuff like that before these bigger, almost a national level event shows. And we've kind of got away from that with
guests and our schedule, me running, building. We're going to take an episode here, and we're going to talk about some shit that's coming.
That is coming fast.
Real fast. Let's talk about the one that's coming the fastest, and that'd be Claremore, Oklahoma.
Another one of those shows, it's been going on in Claremore for quite a while. It's not like it's the first time it's been there.
Right.
I know Rob and Trey and Teddy and the Ray boys, they've all been down there. Tommy Stark.
Yep.
It's not that first rodeo down there. So, 143.
Yep.
Promotions.
Yep. That is January 18th.
6.5 hours from
Ish,
here.
yeah.
Right in here.
Hell, I've worked down there.
Well, you got a dude that's actually down there? Mm-hmm. Like right now?
Yeah, like that's where he lives. They're running 3 classes: bone stock full size, bone stock compacts, street stock weld. Pretty simple and to the point.
Yeah.
That we've got a driver's list for that. We talk about the street stock weld drivers. We've got Sean Decker, Matt Cole, Stuart Bischoff, Artie Clark,
Missouri guy.
Yep. Jeff James,
Jason Horton.
Yep.
Keaton Hennon, DJ Adamson.
Yep.
That's not a name that's not accommodating to national level shows.
Yeah, we've seen that pop
Julian
up.
Suter,
Same way.
CJ Lee. That's that newer one.
Yeah.
Eric Shores.
Which Shores Stripping.
Yeah.
Right down the road.
Right down the road.
So if you're local and need a car stripped out, then
Get on it.
That's the dudes.
Get on it. Yep. Ian Pryor, David Shook, Brent Evans.
Yep.
Michael White.
Who's that?
JM Race Engines.
Never heard of her.
Matt Albin, Gary Hadley, Kenny Slavens, Adam Fleming.
Which put on a hell of a show in Houston.
Yep. Tyler Ray. Henry Ray.
We know them guys.
Not Tyler, because Tyler is not going to that.
Yeah, he's going.
Oh, is he? He's going to be back?
Oh, yeah.
Because I know the prick is just got on, I think, a Carnival cruise.
Yeah.
as right before we started recording.
He told me to go run his car. He wanted me to come down there and move the seat. I was like, especially since my back's been all fucked up.
Denton Shook, Ian Smith, Craig Myers, Weston Myers, and Corey Weintraub. I like the classes because
Yes.
you're going that street stock weld.
And pre-rans they let them
Yes. Bone stock, full size drivers. First one on the list, Hunter Elzer.
I know him
And we've known him to drive the shit
out of New Style.
out of bone stock stuff.
Yes.
Drive the shit out of it.
Well, shit, we seen what he could do out there in Kansas whenever they turned him loose in a
Street stockish,
yeah,
but probably way underbuilt for what he was running against.
and still
Yeah.
drove the fuck out of it.
Yep. Dylan Mabry, Anthony Newcomb, Stephen Bauer, Danny Failing, Brian Gibson, Jeremy Garish, Matty Trout, Jason Bittner, Ethan Shireman, Jacob Guyette, Braxton Guyette, Nathan Linder, Gavin Conkle, Matt Raymer, Marilyn Phillips.
These motherfuckers and their last names.
But what's cool is I catch some female names in there.
Uh-huh.
You know, with a Marilyn and a Maddie.
Hunter.
That just tells me that these females are not scared to go mix it up with the dudes.
And anybody that doesn't know who we're talking about with Hunter, that's Skinny's
boy.
Yeah.
Right up your alley. Bone stock
We can
compacts.
skip over these.
No. Cody Atchison, Alex Maxwell, Trevor Fleming, Chelsea Schoon, Kenny Gunn, Brian Vols.
I'm anxious to see him run 2 cars.
That's right. Nicholas Gravina and Jace Midget, maybe. Midgett.
Jace Short Person.
Jace Little Dude. Jace Little Dude.
So that's something that's coming up. I think Micah is actually going to be
He's
vending
running.
down
Nope,
there.
he is not vending. We did talk. They're wanting to stick him outside at the other end of the stadium. And he was like,
Well, I do know that he's taking shit with him.
He is
so
gonna
if
have
you
some
do,
stuff with him,
if you
yes.
do need stuff down there,
yep.
he will bring it. You know.
Yes. He is. He did say he's going to have some shit.
It looked like pre-orders available. Single and double pass aluminum radiators, $160. 44-pound 035 welding wire, $80. All thread B7, half inch all the way to 1 inch, 6-foot sticks, and of course, VP Racing Fuel.
And oil.
Earl.
And oil.
Yes. So that ought to be a hell of a show.
And if you want a new helmet brought to him,
Yeah.
you know, if you want to do that or a new fire jacket, I mean, he can have it.
Yeah, and if there's something
Bring it
that you
right to
order from him that he's bringing to you and you want us to sign it, let us know. No, too much? Is that too much?
Maybe not quite yet.
You've got Capital Carnage coming up.
You do. We were just talking. I haven't seen a driver's list.
I have not.
But they're usually, you know, if they're not usually going to announce driver's lists until refunds and shit, you know.
100%. And I did see that there are some spots left for that.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that might be a little bit of a catch up as well. I think the refund date for that, if you're going to back out, is coming up pretty quick. Something like the 15th, I believe, 10th
Yeah.
or 15th.
But we've got another show before then as well. We've got Wicked Warzone,
Dude.
Sturgis, Kentucky. And it is, guys, when you hear us talk about Wicked, there's 2 main Wicked shows. There's Wicked Warzone, it's in January. Then there's the Wicked Team Show, which is in March.
Oh, and did you see the hoodies
Yes.
that Derby Tees made for?
Hooked it up.
Oh, dude.
Hooked them up.
I like that fucking color. That
Kind of
tan.
a tannish bone color,
Yeah,
maybe.
fucking A. And I mean, with a name like Wicked Warzone, like the possibilities are endless with that
of
shit.
cool shit.
Yeah.
Wicked Warzone. This should be the 3rd week of January.
Yep.
Let's just get right into it. The Wicked Weld. We got a little list. These are no teams. These are all individuals. We've got Jaden Holland, Michael Voss, Dustin Cross, Dustin Wiggins, Garen Waters, Jesse Fink, Tyler Abner, Curtis Lamb, Seth Rutherford, Nathan Hall,
Yeah.
Timothy Colvitt, Anthony Aarons, Butchie, Mr. Don Santel,
Traver.
Crazy Inc. himself, Trevor Jones, Stephen Gordon, Jeff Goff, Todd Gordon, Justin Davis, Dylan Simonson, Matt Golden, Les Johnson, Damon Capps, Stan Daniel, Mitchell Pratt.
So just with that list alone, there's you've got a show.
I think Wicked did a poll the other day, and a lot of the times I'll answer a poll question when it comes to stuff like this. I can't answer this.
So what you're saying is you know your way around a poll.
Well, I mean, I own one. It's connected to me. It's just not stripper based, I guess that you would put it.
Fair enough.
But we've seen Butch. We've seen Don Santel. We've seen him win this. I've personally seen him win it several times. I've seen Trevor Jones win it. I've seen Dylan Simonton run it down
Oh yeah.
to right to the end and have a little bit of shit luck.
I figured he'd be at Carnage.
Les Johnson. I've seen Les last year.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure if he won it, but he was damn sure down there toward the end as well. And then you're adding Seth Rutherford in there.
Well, I read through some of the comments, because they were like, "Oh, who do you think's going to win?" And old Santel, he skims over some of that stuff, and he loves whenever it's like Santel's going to bag to win. Santel's going to bag to win. They all say that shit, and there's only one way to make him stop if that's really how you feel about what he does.
Correct.
And that is to sign up, jump on
and
him,
go do something about it.
see if you can outdrive him.
Yeah. Not very many people can.
I mean, I'm not saying it can't be done because, every dog has his day. I'm just saying that if you don't think that what he does is somewhat of an art form, then you're fucking wrong.
Because that's the thing about Don. Butchie will push the pace if he has to.
Well, he'll match the pace.
Yes, he never goes over and beyond.
And I'm not saying that he can't get that ass kicked because
We've seen him get that ass kicked.
and he knows it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's seen it. He was there.
Yep. Yeah, shit happens.
But I'm just saying that everybody that likes to hate on him, go fix it.
Same way with Trevor.
Well, that motherfucker, it don't matter what drive style you want to put him in, he's ready for it.
Yep. Because those dudes, like Trevor, which when we started this podcast, the first time I ever saw Trevor was at Sturgis, Kentucky. And it was wide open. He left on 2.
Uh-huh.
He never lifted. And then the very next year I watched him, he was a complete different animal.
Uh-huh.
Still an animal,
Uh-huh.
but way more reserved and calm, cool, collective, didn't get wound up, and went out and did business.
So are you, so who's your pick?
I told you I can't.
Give us a hypothetical. Fuck. Top 3.
A hypothetical? I'm not even going to give you a top 3 because there's too many other variables in play that I really don't know.
Well, I'll give you my top 3. I'll fucking shoot from the hip. I don't care.
I figured I know your top 3.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Those 3.
yeah.
Yeah, Butch, Trevor, and
Dylan. Mm-hmm. You'll see them all in the top 5.
I think so, unless something stupid fucking
Yeah.
happens.
You want to talk about that? Hey, hold on. Before we go into the next class, did you see the list of fucking vendors that's going to be there?
Yes.
I'm just going to, run over that real quick. Simple Solutions, which our homie Robbie. Mm-hmm. Anything that you need.
For a 4.6.
Dude.
Anything
Anything that you need for a Ford.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, seriously, he caters to new style Fords. So anything you need there, Double D power steerings, D&D or DD Fab, Total Tilt, Petke. I mean, you know what they're gonna have,
Yep. Bet you they got a set or two of headers.
and them shits
Sound
killer.
good. Yes, they do.
High impact derby parts, RH3, Twisted Ironworks, Brian's Machine Shop, P&L cores.
For all your core needs.
All of them. ZTR, HLK, B&B Derby parts, Norwood Fab, Impact Derby parts, Amish built pointies. Mm-hmm. You know that dude?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you see that sign that he was building the other day?
Yes, I did.
Shit looked good, didn't it?
Everything he builds looks good.
Yeah. It's almost like he takes pride in what he does.
Yeah, a
It's
little
weird.
bit.
Timberjack's Corner, Dirt Road Designs, Indy CNC, which they've got all kinds of cool shit as well. We've actually got some parts laid
That's
up.
for Brian's.
Right. Oh, that's Brian's.
Brian's Machine Shop. Yep, which they're going to be there too.
Yep. Brian's Machine Shop. That's what that's that
That is the motherfucker of all air breeders.
100%. Shit's cool as fuck. K-Pro headers and Nerec
And Derby tees.
and Derby tees.
Yes.
Okay, now we can jump into the MWFA class.
Yes. Wow. They have a full list without a doubt. Terry Lang, Hunter Winkler, Isaiah Winkler, Doug Kemp, Corey Lang, Clutch Marls,
Never heard of her.
Nathan Coffey, Chris Singleton, Michael Tackery, Jeremy Richardson, Devin Cravens, Dylan Sorensen, Francisco Balderas, Keith Minks, Barry Milliken, Sean Milliken, Blake Huntsman, Justin Buckman, Dale Marlayer, Joe Ross, James Miller, Dalton Elliott, Skylar Phillips, Darren Pettyjohn, and Edward Freeman.
I want to touch on Clutch because you never know where that dude's going to pop up.
Hey, where he's going to pop up and what the fuck he's going to be in. Could be a minivan. Could be a sedan.
Yeah.
He could pull a Yukon out of his ass.
Yes.
Especially on the MWFA
Right.
side. Or he turns around and just jumps a Taurus wagon.
Right.
That's what the cool part about that MWFA is. I'm thinking dealer's choice. Steven is at the bar at the beer fridge right now, and I'm thinking that Cayman Jack looks really good for you.
Okay.
I had to twist his arm. Bet you I didn't.
I'm fucking thirsty.
Now here's what I like. Any year bone stock. It's not giving you that 80s and newer that you have to run. It's not giving you the old iron that you have to run. You can bring whatever the fuck you want.
Well, and see, that's where everybody's like, man, there's going to be a fucking round bag.
That's the deal. We didn't even hit on the payouts. I'm going to guess they're probably around $2,500. That's pretty similar to a single one and done event.
Yeah, but the atmosphere at this show.
It is crazy. Let's just hope that some homie from Illinois don't go this year and get in a fight with three dudes when he's by himself.
Trenton.
Any year bone stock, Wicked Warzone, Cullen Champ, Trevor Pedke, Clayton Fernandez.
What do you think he's going to be in?
I don't know. It's Jacob Biley, Rustin Robbins, Raymond Richards, Brent Mabry, Zach Brown, Keith Rockwood, Ricky Brown, Andrew Smoot, James Miller, Kevin Reeves, Alan Shamp, Jeremy Brown, Bo Haynes, Donnie Robb, Chris Cottle, Clutch Marls.
Right there. That proves my point.
Yeah. Dakota Oglesby, Blake Bivens, Logan Cameron, Jordan Shepard, Greg Edsel, Jacob Shepard. Co-pilot, 80s and up. These dudes are, I'm not sitting here, I'm not blowing smoke. Know what I'm saying? But these guys are putting a show together 2 months. 2 months before the Wicked Team Show with classes that have filled up with co-pilots classes. They've got co-pilots 80 and up. They got co-pilot compacts. They've got a weld class. They've got a couple bone stock classes. You always used to say, keep your finger on the pulse.
Yeah.
These dudes are fucking doing it.
Well, my deal is, and I sound like a fucking broken record whenever it comes to this shit. I told you I don't like the movie Field of Dreams. Mm-hmm. And it's nothing to do with Kevin Costner, so fucking leave me alone, people. But where he says, build it.
They will come.
That's what you got to do.
Yes.
If you've got, like, there's people that want into it. They don't give a shit what they're paying on this show. They don't give two shits.
Mm-mm. And if anybody doesn't know, I think it's called the Adams County Fairgrounds.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
Because this is indoors.
It's indoor, outdoor.
But open on one end.
Yeah.
Completely closed on the other. I mean, they've got heaters, so Kentucky's usually not as cold as we are here. Even though it's only about 5
Dude, I used
hours.
to, like, I've been down there to Hot Springs, and it was cold, but nothing that, like, coveralls and a hoodie
Correct.
wouldn't,
I was colder at Spring X than I have ever been at Sturgis, Kentucky.
Right. Well, and like I said, I've never been to Sturgis. I was supposed to go one time, then we had snowpocalypse. You remember that whole deal. But like I said, Hot Springs, the venue's kind of set up the same as far as the open-ish.
Yes.
But the atmosphere down there, dude, I've watched it. I don't know that we've missed a year watching it, have we?
I might have. One or the other.
Yeah.
But I've always watched at least one of them
Yes.
every year.
But, dude, you can see the crowd reaction to the action on the track.
Oh, yes.
And
I'm going to give you a heads up, guys. Sturgis, Kentucky used to be so fucking rowdy. They actually had to make the track smaller last year. So what they did is they put the concrete all the way up to the big cattle gates and then put the dirt around that concrete. What they actually had to do was move the concrete out.
yes.
Because these dudes were going so goddamn fast.
And they split the track at their team
Show.
Yes.
Just for the
Right.
team heats. And
which
then it's-
is where we learned to do what we did in Palmyra
Yep.
with the whole split track and just alternating that shit. And anybody that's watched that format play out, whenever promoters are looking at that and see that, it speeds that show up so much.
Bingo.
And not only does that help the promoter, but it helps the driver because they've got more time to work on their shit.
And the crowd's not bored.
No.
While you're waiting 45 minutes to get cars pulled off the track because you got to do 2 tracks worth.
I'll tell you one fat fucker that was wore out at Palmyra because I'm used to that break. Whenever we were
Correct.
putting that shit on, everybody's like, oh, you're just standing up there on the dirt. Fuck you. You dodge cars for 6
Correct.
fucking hours.
Yep. And then run from one side of the track to
Yeah.
the other to throw a green
Grab your
flag.
flags, grab your fire extinguisher, and get to the other end of this motherfucker.
Yep.
But
Co-pilot, 80s and up.
we know some dudes in this one.
Mike Lipka with Matt Lipka. Jacob Richards,
Well, why the fuck's he get to run by himself?
Megan Davenport, same way. Joe Chapman and Dawson Chapman. Gregory Kendrick, Blake Swindle, Brandon and Brendan Harvey. Tyler Barber, Austin Turner, Michael Lee, Jesse Ursary, Lucas Krebel, Daniel Krebel, Jackson Oxner, Hunter Slane, Harry Hatton, and Josh Hamlet.
I wonder what.
Bet you they're in a third.
I guarantee you that. But who's running what?
Now, if you remember when we talked about this co-pilot last year, you got a buddy from Illinois that is known to drive batshit wide open. That can completely be changed depending on who is behind the gas and who is behind the wheel.
Correct.
Because they broke off for sandbagging.
Right.
And I'm going to say it right now, Clinton Bozarth is
Is
not
not
the
a
dude
sandbagger.
who is going to ever get broke off for sandbagging if he is controlling everything.
No.
So, it's not like it's Josh's first rodeo either.
Well, fuck no. And Harry can adapt and overcome.
Correct. So I think Harry will be behind the wheel.
You think so?
I do. I think Harry will be behind the wheel. Darren Corder, Kayla Church, Tyler Wagner, Glenn Wagner, Hayden Faulkner, Hunter Slane, Jackson Oxner, Charles Winters and Jordan Winters, Blake Powers, Remington Rudd, Brett Mabry, Tyler Kellums, Tristan Perry, Derek Brock, Nathan Brown, Chris Funk, William Walker, Jessica Robbins, Floyd Gines, Trey Alexander, Brady Chapman, and Ryder Staggs.
Okay. I want to talk something out right quick. Okay. Say you're dating somebody, been with somebody for a minute. There ain't no motherfucking way. Me and my old lady be in a fist fight.
There's the thing, though.
And I couldn't imagine doing it with my son.
Here's the maybe that is the final aptitude test to figure out if they're going to get married or not.
Well, we'd get divorced.
And it could be the opposite of, you're weighing out divorce anyways. Let's just fucking
Finish it off right here.
Just do it and be done with it.
Because I'm telling you right now, I would have to do, because I've talked about this and I've had people approach me about doing this. Like me and you could probably make it happen. Because I'd be all right with you running the pedals and shit. I'd be way good with it. But if I was to just jump in, you'd have to be bigger than me and where you could whoop my ass because I'd be yelling at you. I guarantee it.
What I have found with all these shows that we go and watch, the co-pilots, the ones usually who do the best that don't have shit luck, they use a lot of hand signals.
Yeah, mine would be the middle finger. I'd be flipping them off and pointing that way.
And back it up for a break. Something like that. Yeah, I mean, there's...
Well, see, I'm just telling you right now, whoever I was running with, I'd just loosen the brake line when we got out there.
Oh, Jesus.
Compact co-pilot. I for sure as fuck wouldn't want to be in one of those as a co-pilot.
Ever.
Hey, could you imagine, like, hey, Clayton, let's run this co-pilot class. Fuck that. I don't care what side he's on.
Don't care.
If he was on either side, I guess I'll sit in the back seat.
Steven chilling on the speaker.
You know who I would be okay with jumping in a co-pilot compact with?
Like Wyatt?
No. Yeah, Wyatt would be a good one. He'd be good. Don Reno. Mm-hmm. I could jump in with him.
Yep.
Blake.
Yep.
It wouldn't bother me. Big D.
I question that motherfucker.
You got to watch
sometimes.
that because I watched him get in a van one time as a passenger. No fucking way I'm getting in with Ronnie or Tyler.
No.
Or Cody.
Nope.
Josh Gordon's shit wouldn't run long enough.
Landon Worthy, same difference.
Yeah,
Any of the
no.
Wordhausen boys? No. No, I'll watch. Oh, I'm out.
Even Austin Spada. Fuck
Oh,
that.
yeah, none of them dudes.
No.
Austin Lindsay.
Yeah, no, not happening.
Nah.
Wrong.
We have Cole. Holy shit.
Yeah, good luck.
Utlet.
You just want to tell them where to get this?
Eli Maples. Joshua Schaefer and Bryson Russell. Seth Edwards. Dylan Wisnaski. Josh Colas. Terry Colas, Lane Poor, Jake Rush, Keith Rennie, Seth Strothide, Cody Upton and Cody Upton, Tony Merchant and Adam Merchant, Garrett McDonald, Cody Wright, Patrick Rankin, Preston Hunter, Sean Wiseman and Dawson McLemore, Keith Minks, Devin Cravens, Justin Curtis, Robert Fisher, Cody Mongan, Chance Hubbard, Curtis Rackers, Chris Rackers, Chris Upton, Derek Husselman, Derek Olis, Scott Kane, Tommy Goff and Davey Goff, Jessica Brown and Jessica Brown, Dan Gorbert, Eric Wright, William Vaughn and William Vaughn, Carson Morrill, Willie Grubb, Mark Rosenbarger, and Mark Rosenbarger. Dudes, it is on DerbyNation.tv for all your viewing pleasure if somebody doesn't want to make that trip in January. A lot of people are still recuperating from Christmas. Some of them have birthdays right after Christmas. People are waiting on tax returns. So, you can get right on DerbyNation.tv. Punch that shit up. Go to your live events.
And did you see some of the main sponsors for that?
Oh, yeah.
GHE. Coyer.
Yep.
And then, of course, Derby Tees. DerbyNation.tv.
Oh, yes.
And I can't get over the skeleton soldier. I mean, dude, shit is badass.
Yes.
Like, even if you don't go to the show and you're looking for a badass hoodie,
Yeah. DerbyTees.com.
motherfucker tough.
Yeah, order that shit. We talked to Mark a couple weeks ago. Let
Yes.
him just get them, and he'll send them right to your door.
100%.
Yes.
Because that dude is all business all the time.
Yep.
So if he can accommodate, he'll do it.
Well, dudes, we've got another badass show.
Okay, here's the one I mean, not that I wasn't, like, happy and turned up about the other ones we just talked about, but I'm going to be at this shit.
Yep. Freedom Hall,
Oh, yeah.
Louisville,
Bourbon,
Kentucky, America. March
Bourbon
1st.
Beatdown, March 1st. Throwdown TV, first premiere,
Yep.
coming out right there, which, if you haven't seen, if you ain't heard, we're going to tell you about it. That is Track Shot Live's spinoff, is
Yep.
what I would call that. Because Track Shot Live will still be free 99, but Throwdown TV is going to be your behind the scenes, your extra, your
It's their pay-per-view.
100%.
You're going to see some cool shit.
And, I mean, first off, Robbie's been trying to get this show for 2 years. They were having some logistical issues, it sounded like.
That's why the date is what it was, why it's so goddamn fast.
Well, yeah, he got rushed. They said, here, you can have it.
Here's the date.
But
if you want it.
after this, it's his.
Yes.
He's got the contract. So next year, as soon as this season's over, he's on the schedule for next year.
Yes.
So we're already telling you about a show in 2026
Yeah.
that's going to happen. They sold like 240 some spots, 248.
Well,
or
what
something.
they did is they did.
They did 40 spots.
Robbie was afraid of overgoing.
Well,
You know what I'm
nobody
saying?
wants to look stupid.
Correct.
Whenever they're putting on something like this.
So he put 40 in each class, sold them out in
A minute.
a minute,
Yeah.
regrouped, opened up 10 more spots for each class, and sold them out in another 6.
So 50 cars in each class, full.
Full. The only thing that's not full is the mowers.
I
Which
don't know
you
if it
never
may
know
be
about.
full. It just isn't. I don't know if he allowed 50.
Oh, correct.
Good ass track. We're talking 180 by 80, 4.5 foot tall dirt berms all the way around it.
Roughly the size of Bristol's track,
Yes.
80 by 180.
Yep.
somewhere in there. Dudes,
Good dirt.
good dirt. Good dirt. Kentucky's different dirt, man. I mean, it's
It is. But, dude, think about this. Freedom Hall, bourbon beatdown.
Yep.
Watch this shit take off and them end up with a whiskey sponsor. You know, we're always talking about the next step in this sport. Kentucky, Tennessee, Kentucky bourbon.
and bourbon. That
They
shit
go
goes
hand in
hand in hand.
And then you throw some derby car drivers in the mix, and they like to get down on a little bit of that themselves.
Correct. Because here's what we got. We've got old school rear wheel drive,
Yep.
one shot deal, 5,000 to win, 2,000 for second, 1,000 for third. Street stock rear wheel drive, 5,000 to win, 2,000 for second, 1,000 for third. Another one shot deal.
All right, I'm going to stop you for a second. Go check out those rules before you think street stock.
Because that street stock is
This is Robbie's play,
Ohio street stock.
Yeah, this-
what we got to see at
King of Ohio.
yes, Motor
Because
Swap.
yes,
But it's at that point in time, I think it was, if it had the 4.6, you can still put a Ford motor in it. That type of shit. That's why we saw some built 302s that didn't want to convert to the 4.6s and all that stuff.
but Twisted Metal Motorsports
Yes.
is the promoter, which is Robbie. Remember that name. Write that down. That
And
Twisted.
underline it.
Yep, that Twisted Metal Motorsports. You watch. Hide and watch, because the dude is one of the most selfless fucking guys that I've met in this sport.
Yep.
Him and Brian, I put like real close together.
There's a lot of similarities between those two.
100%. They're both very well articulated whenever it comes to speaking to people and
And never talk down to you.
And
never
understand.
treat you. You could be the dumbest son of a bitch in the world, but when you talk to those guys, they'll never treat you.
No, because I watched him talk to somebody that was stupid, and I was like, "How in the fuck did you deal with that?" I said, "Because I wanted to smack him." I said, "I was just kind of standing in the shadows."
Yeah.
But the dude is a true promoter that, like we've talked about Brian so many times, problem solving. De-escalation instead of confrontation.
Yes.
Options with inside the rules. Honestly, I think as fast as this show's that sold out should speak. I mean,
It should speak more than words.
yes, 100%.
Yeah.
Because you've got Robbie, who is no rookie whenever it comes to
No.
what needs to happen in this.
Nope.
I mean, we're talking about a guy that got a contract. Wham! Here, put the show on now, and sold the bitch out and is making it happen.
Yep. Because we
Which-
got mini cars too.
Well, yeah.
40 entries. No, they ended up going to 50, like we said, but it's 3, 1, and 500. MWFA, they did 50, 1,500, 750, 500. Minivans, truck, SUVs, they doing a 2,500, 1,000, and 500. They're doing the mowers.
Well, the old school rear wheel drive,
Yes.
5,000 to win.
If you're going to fuck up an old iron,
I'll go run it for $5,000.
might as well make it worth 5 G's.
Well, I mean, you think about it. The old school rear wheel drive, $5,000. Street stock rear wheel drive, $5,000. Mini cars,
3.
$3,000.
MWFA 15.
15, dude. That is an MWFA payout that you don't see,
No.
and paying down 5 spots. Minivans, trucks, and SUVs, 2,500, and mowers.
Granted, a G to win. A G to win a fucking mower.
Yeah,
This thing, dudes, it's gonna be fucking awesome.
yes.
I have been to Kentucky. I've been to Sturgis. That's the only place in Kentucky I've ever been. I'm going to Louisville this time, damn it.
Yeah.
This episode is brought to you by Broadhead Decals. From door wraps and roof signs, window stickers and banners, let Broadhead Decals take care of all your vinyl needs with only quality products used.
Justin's graphic design abilities will get you everything you could ever want. With super fast shipping, their turnaround time is second to none. So let Broadhead Decals take you to the next level. Triple B's Tees offer custom shirts and logo designs for all your apparel and merchandise needs, offering a variety of shirts, hats, hoodies, tumblers, and koozies. Triple B's will work with you one-on-one to personalize and perfect your logo. With over 5 years in the business, 20 years in the sport, they live for Demolition Derby.
Chunk and his crew can bring your imagination to realization with zero limitations. So for all your badass tees, choose Triple B's.
Well, and this is where our job gets hard with what we've got going on. Because we had a chance to go to Capital Carnage,
We did.
completely paid for.
Getting taken care of.
Good and taken care of, Airbnb, all that shit. And that honestly, I'm going to go ahead and say this. I didn't reach out to him. I didn't ask. But everything that we were offered to go to that show was from a driver
Correct.
out of his pocket.
Yep. Driver and a team.
Yep. Again, hey, if not everybody wants us, I get it.
No.
I mean, does it hurt my feelings a little bit? Yes.
But the guys who support us wanted us.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. 100%.
Which, we took care of them for a team show that they ran this summer.
Yep.
And he was like, dude, you guys took care of us. We'll take care of y'all.
Right. Appreciate that.
Oh, I appreciate
time.
the shit out of it.
Yeah. But we have to go support the dude that has.
Been over backwards for us.
Yes. I mean,
Yeah.
Robbie has this shit playing in his shop.
Yes. Yes. He said people will walk in. When I talked to him in South Dakota, he's like, guys will walk in, he's like, what the fuck is this? He's like, don't just pay attention to it. And then as soon as you listen to an episode, then I'll tell you who it is. And then he said, then next thing you know, them guys are, Dry Ridge, Kentucky is just jamming to Hard Nose.
Which is cool shit.
That's right.
One thing that is crazy about Robbie, even, him and I we don't see eye to eye on all the rules,
Correct.
for some of that stuff. And that's good. I like pushback 100%. Everybody knows this. If everybody was the same, it'd be a boring bitch.
Yep.
But how humble that dude is, you could hear it whenever I talked to him. It was almost overwhelming to him that he had 1,800 people going for 240 spots.
It's a lot.
Which is also why he was like, you know what? You all were this pumped up about it. Me too. Let's add 10 spots.
Correct. Yes. And that's the deal. Not every venue is going to be so accommodating to say, hey, if you guys sell this thing out, let's add another day to it. Because now you're talking about, hotel blocks, more vendor parking, more spectator parking. I don't know what the pit situation is in Freedom Hall.
I don't either.
I couldn't tell you. Mr. Colbert can probably answer it.
Right.
Is that a pit inside or is it a pit outside? If you're, first come, first served indoor parking. I mean, the rest of them right now, if there's a very good chance they can get the same shit we just got
Yes.
this week. And next thing you know, you're trying to run a cutting torch in a snowstorm,
Yeah.
which would suck balls.
But the cool thing about Freedom Hall, from where we sit right now, is we can be there in about 6 hours.
Leave at 6 a.m., get
Yep.
there at noon, Absolutely perfect.
Yep.
That's what I'm talking about.
We'll watch the show, hang out, probably grab us a little hotel room, take us a little nap, be sitting back at the house by noon.
Drive it on back.
But that is one that I am excited about. Everybody was asking, whenever we were doing the live, I kind of knew what was going on. Derek really didn't know much until I called him this week.
No.
But that fucker's always keeping me in the dark, too. So that will be the first show that we're at this year.
Yep. That's just starting off the absolute batshit craziness.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the month of, so we're talking March 1st in Louisville, Kentucky, and then we're talking the third week, I think it's the 17th and the 18th, something like that, is the Wicked Team Show.
Uh-huh.
Back in Sturgis. And then you've got Cornhusker Chaos in April. You've got Spring X in April. Plus my daughter's birthday's thrown in there. I think prom is thrown in there too. So,
well, that's like with February. I've got my boy's birthday. It's definitely a juggling session around here.
It is. So, I mean, all the guys that have reached out and, talked to us on the live and throw Snapchats and messages and stuff, we don't have a for sure schedule set yet. Steven did say Spring X is a show that I don't want to miss. I don't either. So I think part of my is saying, do I want to go to Spring X or do I want to go to Wicked Team Show?
Right.
Whichever one that I don't go to, I'll be watching on DerbyNation.TV, buddy.
For sure.
Why? Awesome for the consumer to bring that shit to your house. Sit on my couch. We can cook ribs. We want to do wings. Guess what? We can do whatever we want.
100%. And there's another guy we probably ought to talk about that reached out.
It's not set complete in stone
No,
yet.
but dude, I don't care. We've all watched him on YouTube. We've all watched his videos.
All for him racing. Mr.
Dude.
Alex Vasco. I thought you were talking about that one. I'm sorry. Alex reached out to us right after the live. We had talked. Alex is going to get us a schedule
Yes.
of where he's going to be. I think kind of what Robbie talked to us before we actually hit go, that Alex is going to be at Freedom Hall as well.
That's what it sounds like.
So we
Which we'll catch up with that,
Oh,
dude.
yes. Yeah. So, you guys are going to see some maybe...
You'll start seeing our faces around a little bit more often.
some faces around some TV screens for YouTube and stuff like that. There is another one in the works. I will hopefully get that finalized this week.
Yep. And get to see our logo a little bit more often.
On another set of TV screens. So
That's what we try to tell everybody, and I think that it's finally sinking in with everybody that we're reaching and talking to. We are not biased.
No.
We are for this sport.
we go to shows during the year, local shit or whatever,
Yes.
and we do some video and stuff.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different when you've got like DerbyNation.TV that is filming. I've always said, man, why didn't you go live at P Hill?
Right.
Well, because there's a pay-per-view there, and I ain't
Right.
stepping on nobody's ding-dang.
Well, and it's not like we're professional photographers.
No.
We're not videographers.
No.
And I have yet to meet a promoter that we've been at their show, with their knowledge of us being there, that has ever even been a little bit upset about us taking a snippet video or making some reels or doing some interviews and shit. And that goes all the way back to even Trackshot Live being there. They've talked to us.
Correct.
They're good with it. Mark has never been upset about anything that we're doing.
Yep.
It's not. We're not trying to take anything from anyone.
No. And when you're talking about DerbyNation.tv and All For Him racing videos, you're talking about Alex pretty much does it by himself.
Yes.
But he's got good equipment. He's got good shit. He knows how to work angles.
Not a fucking iPhone.
And a really good camera.
Right.
And then you have Derby Nation that gives you all the angles with the footage. We are audio.
Yes.
We have faces for radio.
Right.
We don't have grills for TV.
I mean, I am beautiful. Beautiful.
So please don't look at it like we're trying to, because if we're in Shelbine, Missouri, and we're doing a damn video, that is just for the local guys that want to see some good shit. Because 95% of the time, all the derbies that we go to are really good derbies.
Yes.
There is that 5% that is a complete shit show that we don't have any comprehension it's going to be good or bad.
Right.
So you're kind of taking our word for it.
But I know that I've even got it a couple times. They're like, well, you're pushing this guy or you're pushing that guy. I do not. There has not been anything partnered or anything with any of these guys up until recently. And we've been talking about them for 2 years. Mm-hmm. So it was not like we were begging these people to shout us out, and they weren't doing the same this direction. We do this shit so that you all have the knowledge of where to go to get the information when you can't be there.
It's bad because what we do, there's still places that we can't go.
Right.
Same way with these guys. I mean, when we talked to Mark Klein the other day, I mean, he's got a list of shows that they're going to, but they're not going to all of them.
Right.
Alex Vasco is not going to all of them.
No.
Track Shot Live is not going to all of them. Stir and Dirt and, Full Contact, they're not going everywhere. Shit happens, guys. There's going to be cracks in logistics and stuff like that. So, but support the ones
that are doing it.
That are doing it.
Because I see it all the time. You get people on there. Well, why aren't they at this show? Well, fuck people.
If dudes want to, get us private jets to go from one to another, I'm all about it.
I don't even know if I'd want to. I'm serious.
I don't know how many I'd want to do.
Right. I know that, and this is going to sound a little petty, but I have way more fun at shows that we're wanted at than the ones that,
That's not petty. And I know exactly where you're coming from, but I wouldn't classify that as petty because it's not the need factor, it's the want factor.
Right.
So anything, if you feel wanted, you're going to enjoy yourself more than just showing up and crashing the son of a bitch's wedding reception.
Right. Well,
you know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I have some fun doing that shit, but
or have people crashing your wedding reception.
What my deal is with it is I don't like to have to walk on eggshells if I'm at a show. Mm-hmm. If I want to try to grab somebody and get an interview real quick, a little 15-minute snippet, I don't want to have to look over my shoulder and somebody being like, what the fuck are you doing?
Correct. Yeah.
Because believe it or not, that has happened.
That's why we try to kind of do everything in the pits a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Depends on where we go. I mean,
always had awesome luck with Sam, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, you all need a room to do your shit in? Like, here, dude, here's this. Johnny, same way. Austin Johnson, always been super accommodating. Hell, even Michael Huff, here, we're going to kick all these fuckers out of the announcer stand. And
it's your alls.
Yeah. You all set your video up, whatever you want to do. And here's the mics, announce this bitch.
Yep.
Dustin and them, whenever we were at King of Ohio, I was on the fucking track 80% of the time that we were there.
Yeah, I went right out and talked to Randy Stoll.
Yeah.
Jason Kinman. Pete Hansen.
Yes.
Chad.
And we, even at our little local bullshit show, Higbee, they let me out. I walked to the berm, like with
You
with
walked
the
on a
official-
concrete wall.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Michael's there the same way. Go
Yeah.
to Troy. I mean, fucking Lubrick tried to kill me. But
well, and Leon Rumsley and Chad, dude.
Yeah.
I was up standing beside Chad.
yeah,
While
I
we
was
were doing
standing
that.
next to Leon. I just wasn't getting up on the concrete because I
Right.
had my legs were 127 pounds heavier than they should be.
You should have went the night before, dude. It wasn't muddy like that.
Should
at
have
all.
went the night before, I guess. You keep saying that, you fucking prick.
But they allow, like, whenever promoters allow us a free range within reason,
A very long leash.
I can do my job better.
Oh yeah, yeah. And you enjoy doing your job better.
Now, I did get yelled at one time for throwing some koozies.
I took shit for it a year later, and I wasn't even there to throw the fuckers.
Oops.
But dudes, we're sitting here saying this. Holy shit. Badger Nationals. Badger State Nationals.
That shit's
The
coming
middle
up.
of March.
Yeah.
$25,000 Mad Dog.
Which probably try to get him on here before then.
Yes.
To talk about that.
Yes, we will. Him or Chris.
Yeah. I wish I could get up there to that one. There's no way.
It's
Not with Freedom Hall and then that, and then I'm running in a team show coming up after that.
see, you haven't even told me that you're running in a team show
Yeah.
after March. I have a feeling I know which one you're going to.
Yeah.
But you just didn't tell me. And see, he tells y'all that I don't tell him shit. I'm sitting right next to this dude and I didn't know about it.
Oh, dude, I told you what I was doing last
You
weekend.
were talking. No, you were talking.
No, I know, but I told you what I went and picked up.
Oh, I knew what you went and picked up. I just didn't know that's what you were going to be, where you were going to be running it at.
Sick of losing. I at least want a fighting chance. Maybe these fucking 4 old iron will do something.
Well,
About the time I run out of them, I'll get them figured out.
then you just got to go buy 4 more.
Fuck. You talk about a haul. That was something. I could spit in Iowa.
Here, he tells me he's got to go up Northwest Missouri. And he sends me a text and he's like, hey, I'm getting ready to leave Iowa. I said, I thought you were not in Iowa. He said, homeboy's property is in Missouri, but when he sights it in his deer rifle, the target is in Iowa.
It was too. I shit you not. That was legit. Like I stumbled and tripped over a chain and almost fell into Iowa. Which I have given people shit forever about long ass bumper hitches. I take it back. That fucking thing pulled better than any trailer I've ever had behind my truck.
Really?
Torsion axles, dude. Only way to go.
So that length and a gooseneck wouldn't have been better?
No, fucking trash.
Really?
I guess if it had torsion axle on it, it might have been a little different. But, dude, I've never pulled anything like that. There was no rocking, no swaying, no nothing. It felt like I had a 16-foot bumper hitch behind me.
Really?
Yeah. And I had 3 old iron GMs behind it.
Some poor fucker with one behind it for the 4th one. But, I mean, dudes, there's so many shows. And we're going to sit here and say it right now. There's no possible fucking way that we're going to be able to cover everything on all of them.
No.
Not possible.
No, but we will do everything that we can
Yes.
to cover as much as possible.
Yep. We will damn sure try. We'll be watching Wicked Warzone from the house. We will be all up in Freedom Hall on March 1st. I'm pretty sure Wicked Team Show and Badger State Nationals, I think, is the same week/weekend.
Yeah, I think so too.
So that right there, that's hard to do.
So that's what we're going to start with.
That's what we're going to start with.
Tales from the Trailer.
Bingo.
You ready?
Ready.
Okay, this was sent in on December 12th. I've been saving this.
Are you going to say why you've been saving it? You didn't really want to read it during the Facebook Live.
I didn't want to read it during the Facebook Live, and I didn't want to do it during Mark's episode because this is toward the lower end of the PG spectrum here.
It's still like PG-13.
And the funniest thing about it is it was the 77 LTD.
It wasn't like it was a 66 imp.
No, or
it wasn't a 76 deuce and a quarter.
Or a 73 Impala, two-door, a 225, like just an old 77 LTD.
No wagon, just a 77 LTD.
All right. So, I'm not going to say his name.
Oh, shit. He'll know it.
Oh, 100%. So, here's what I'm going to read this verbatim. And it's short and sweet and to the point. Here's a story that's hard to believe, but I was 17, living in Rushville, Illinois. Went to buy a 77 LTD, and in order to get the car, I had to do the good deed. And again, verbatim, and pound her guts out. LMFAO, that's 100% true. Then I dated her daughter for 2 years after that.
Oh, goddamn. Dude, you remember when you said the other day you do some sketchy shit for some cash?
The only thing is, I wish there was a picture attached of either the car
or the mom
or the daughter.
Oh, God damn it.
So
TLM, we love you, bro.
Oh, dude. So, like I said, these don't have to just be about sketchy situations.
No, they can be funny shit too. Because I'm seriously, dudes, I am fucking crying. I've been crying for like 3 weeks. That's a good one to just do one for this episode. Oh, I'm gonna laugh all the way on because I can't believe you read it.
Well, I had to. Like I've had that stockpiled for a second. So, if Micah keeps sending me fucking Snapchats, we're gonna have issues. This fucker is cleaning out a slot machine somewhere. I'm serious. This is like $4,700 he sent me in the last 45 minutes.
I haven't even opened my Snapchat yet.
I hope he had to put $6,000 in the fucking machine to win that.
But dudes, back to the seriousness. There is so much shit going on. If you see flyers, if you see promoters, share it. Share that shit. Put that stuff out there. Because we talked.
Social media is free.
Yes, Steven and I have talked. The national level shows always has people. But a lot of those local guys that don't even really know. But if you can share it, and your aunt and uncle in Wisconsin sees it, and they share it, and all their friends share it, and next thing you know, there's an extra 500 people at that show for something that you shared to start with it. That cost you not a fucking dime.
Yeah.
All you had to do was hit one button.
And you looked at it already.
Yes.
So
Sure.
just hit that button.
Yep. we'll do some Capital Carnage stuff when we get
Yep.
that list out.
I did get I got a Facebook message from Jeremy Petty today. And he had a 12-pack of classic lime
Got the garage
beers. Well, at that time, I happened to be drinking one myself. And then I just got another one back. It's cool to see that, because that was something that I was bullshitting with you all about. Mm-hmm. And Jeremy Petty is a long ways away from us.
Port Angeles, Washington.
Yeah.
Now has garage beers.
So
Finally.
that's pretty cool.
You know, it's kind of like when Yingling.
Travis
started
fucking Kelsey better start sending me some goddamn money.
It'll get there. You know, if it's not to you yet, guys, it will get to you.
And I'm telling you, they're decent.
They are. They are. If you're like a Miller Lite type of beer, that's kind of what the flavor is with the lime hint.
Mm-hmm. Well, people in Paris are going to start getting pissed off because they're not getting none. Because every time it comes into the grocery store, I've been buying it. Hell, this weekend with all the snow and stuff, and us out dragging kids around and fucking off and doing stuff, I bet I've drank 3 cases of beer this weekend.
I haven't drank nothing. I've been.
I've got you covered, buddy.
Thank you.
Been doing it for 2 years. It's not much, but it's honest work.
But dudes, serious, catch these shows. Get on. If you're just at home chilling, get your ass on YouTube. Punch up All For Him racing videos. There's 50,000 subscribers that says that they watch his shit. You can watch Greatest Hits of 2023. I know he's working on Greatest Hits of 2024 as we speak. I'm positive he was at Border Wars when I was there. You can go back and watch that stuff. You can go back and watch all the stuff that he goes to. And Alex, he listens all the time. So he is going to get us a schedule of where he's going to be. And I'm going to send one more message this week, and we'll get our next one lined up.
And you all might be getting what you want, because if we keep getting these sponsors and shit, we're going to have to make these episodes longer.
Because they're going to be full of commercials.
Yeah, and we can't do that to you all. So I guess the more sponsors we get, the more episodes you'll get.
That's right. That is right. And somebody did send me a message about wanting to do 2 a week. Sorry, guys, that is not happening. 1 a week. Every week. This will be 137 episodes.
Thank you all for listening to us.
Yes.
That's a lot.
137 times. Mm-hmm. That's a lot.
A lot of times looking at your ass.
Word.
Jeremy Petty just messaged me because I sent him back. I said, thoughts? He said, I really like it. He said, good derby building beer.
That's what it's supposed to be for. It's supposed to be for that dude out in the garage. It's not for them high-fluting fuckers that drink Stella Artois or whatever.
My 13-year-old, I told him, I was like, hey, go grab me a beer. He's like, what do you want? I said, well, where are we sitting at, son? We're in the shop. I said, well, then get me a fucking garage beer.
Shop beer. So, dudes, thank you
Yeah,
so much.
100%. Just keep doing what you're doing. We'll try to keep doing what we're doing.
And if you got any more ideas.
And if you've got some old iron GM laying around that you want to part with, holler at me. I need like 3 more.
3?
Yep. And I'll take them rusty. I don't give a shit.
March 1st, I wanted to hurry up and get here. I want to hang out.
Yeah, Robbie's going to kick you for that.
Kentucky. Kick it with Robbie as much as he's going to be able to kick it, because I don't think that he's going to have a whole lot of time to kick it.
Well, I think we ought to see how your schedule is doing then. And whenever you get off work, I think we ought to just take off.
Well, we could do that.
Because you'll be off at 5 o'clock.
and I can probably get off whenever the fuck I want.
And I would say I probably still ain't going to be doing shit.
Yep. Yeah.
And if that's the case, then we can go down there, and that's when you can kick it with some dudes,
Yep.
is the night before.
So we need some more Tales from the Trailers.
Yes.
We need some of those.
Yep, because we're running out.
That one
So
was a good enough one to only do one. I didn't want to keep laughing.
I want that to be a permanent part of this
Yes.
podcast.
So we only need 2 a week.
Yeah.
That's all we need, dudes. CJ Schlosser, I know you're listening. You're in Wisconsin. You're up there with 5X somewhere. I know y'all got some sketchy shit going on.
You know who else I know has to have some stories?
Chad Markley,
Chad Markley,
Rob Hewer,
Rob, Trey, which I know some. But
PJ.
PJ, Dylan Simonton. Dude, they don't have to be derby cars that you went and picked up. I want to hear about the vans. You know, I want to hear about all that shit.
The pristine 99 Honda Odyssey.
Yeah.
That's
like-
what we just want to hear that shit.
yeah, we want to know about the dumb shit that people have had to do to get a car.
Yep.
Whether you dated her daughter or not.
Don't get back on that. I quit laughing.
But like I know that, you know, the dudes that have drove, you know, Santel and those guys that they've got to have stories.
Alan Brown.
I don't know if we'll be able to read Allen's or not.
You know, Craig and
we-
Adam Lemonager.
Yes.
There's so many guys. Willie Lochner.
Yeah.
You know, Willie does stupid, crazy shit without a derby car. So
Yeah.
I'm Brad Bowman, Cameron Wilson,
Yes.
dude, Casey Johnson.
Yeah.
We're throwing a lot of shit out.
Derek Court, where are you at?
You're back from Mexico, you prick.
Yeah, did you see that fucker the whole time? Yeah. I'm in there wrapping up $2,500 worth of bullshit Christmas presents for my kids, and that fucker's drinking umbrella drinks on the beach.
On the beach. Yeah,
But-
so guys, killer list, killer drivers list, killer show list for the next 2 months. Get ready, because it's going to be a fun one.
It's coming.
Got any last words?
Nope.
Make junk, boys. Fisher built. Fuel tanks are the next generation of fuel tanks on the demolition derby parts market to date. With stainless steel construction, every tank is internally welded, braced, baffled, and pressure tested, with 2 standard size options available.
Fisher Built Tanks have you covered. From your local county fair shows all the way to your national level events, where you need maximum fuel capacity and structural integrity to get you to the end. If you are in need of a next level design tank, or you just need a second fuel tank for your new setup, give Fisher Built a chance to earn your business. You won't be disappointed.